I'm Jackson Lundell, and I'm going to give a quick rundown of the one-time pad cipher. Part 1, the history. Two guys by the name of Gilbert Vernon and Major Joseph Mauborgne are commonly credited as the inventors of the one-time pad. This happened in 1917, which is also a really good movie. But recently, a guy by the name of Frank Miller, who was a banker from California, he wrote a book called Telegraphic Code to Ensure Privacy and Security in the Transmission of Telegrams. In this book, there is evidence of something very similar or pretty much the exact same as this one-time pad cipher. This book was written in 1882, which is a good 35 years before the other two guys, Vernon and Mauborgne, originally invented, or so-called invented, this one-time pad cipher. It was primarily made to keep money secure by encrypting telegrams. But a little problem or loophole in this is that we don't know for sure if the two parties previously knew each other to kind of pick each other's brains on anything. So it could be that that Vernon and Mauborgne, this was an original idea because they didn't have prior knowledge of Miller. Part 2, encryption and decryption. Apparently, this is the most secure cipher out there, according to some. Go away. And encryption consists of rolling a 26-sided dice. 26, A to Z, 26 letters. You can kind of figure out the rest. If you got a 2-letter word, roll it twice. Got a 10-letter word, roll it 10 times. However many letters you have and whatever you want to send, roll the dice that many times. Whatever number it lands on, that's the number that is associated with whatever letter. For example, if you want to send hello, you roll the dice 5 times. Let's say you get 23, 12, 2, 10, 11. Your message would then be EQNVZ because it matches up with the letters, or the numbers, I mean. The number sequence must be shared securely with the receiver. This will then be very easy for them to decrypt. Part 3, code breaking. For a code breaker, this is a nightmare to decode, as there are no patterns and no hints. The only option would be trial and error by testing this 5-digit combo between 1 and 26. 1 and 26 for every single letter. That means there's over 12 million different combinations. It could be addition or subtraction. You could go up, you could go down, any one of them. But as far as I know, it's either all of them are up or all of them are down, just so you don't blow your brain up. The code breaker may land on 19, 16, 20, 17, 8, which would then mean later. So EQNVZ could mean hello or later, or there's maybe a couple more I don't know about. So that begs the question, is this too perfect? Yes, it is perfectly secret, but it's highly impractical. Yes, there's multiple different options for one code, but it's gonna be just too hard, it's gonna take too long. At some point, it may just be easier to give whatever code to your friend instead of give the word to your friend instead of giving the code. There's one solution to a problem that the one-time cipher has, which includes having separate keys for every single day in a notepad to go through. Let's say it was the 12th of January. I'd have to go through a notepad to find 12th of January to know what specific key to use. So when I receive my code, I can decrypt it and know what word it is, whether I go up or down or this many letters or that many letters. This still technically can be broken by a computer, but nowadays it's just too complex. It's too obscure, I guess. There's a lot better ciphers out there that are just going to be more relevant and in general easier and easier to work with, more specifically. So this is one big reason why the one-time pad cipher is kind of obsolete and disappeared. And we don't use it much anymore. There still are uses, but more than anything, there's other ciphers that, from my research, are more used. But it is cool because it is perfectly secret. It's completely random. There's no patterns. There's no hints, no nothing. So it makes it for a really fun cipher. I think it's pretty cool. And that's my little, however long video this is, of some info on the one-time Pad Cypher. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. I probably won't see you next time because I won't be making videos.